this is Krystal and thank you for joining me for this week's First Chapter Friday. Today I'll be reading from the beginning of Debbie Macomber's A Christmas Duet. Chapter 1. Haley Morgan's doorbell chimed, and she hurried to answer, eager for her best friend to arrive. This was the last day of school before the holiday break, and Haley was more than ready to celebrate. As teachers at George Washington High School, Haley and Catherine Stockton were set for a girls' night. They debated about going out, but in the end decided simply relaxing at home sounded like a far better idea. Haley had offered to host. She had heavily spiked eggnog at the ready and would follow up with popcorn later for the Christmas movie. Catherine was ordering the pizza. Throwing open her apartment door, Haley greeted her friend with a hug. "Free at last," she squealed. "Has any school day ever seemed so long?" "It lasted forever," Catherine said, and groaned as she removed her hat and coat and tossed them over the arm of the chair. The two had worked at the high school for 3 years. They'd been hired at the same time and quickly became fast friends. "You got the eggnog?" Catherine asked. "All accounted for," Haley assured her. "The pizza's ordered for delivery." She paused and glanced at the time. At any minute. Just then, the doorbell chimed. Catherine opened it, took the pizza box from the teenage driver, and passed along a generous tip. "Thank you," she said, and promptly closed the door. Haley got out the paper plates and red pepper flakes. Among so many other similarities, they both shared a love of spicy food. Slouching down on the sofa side by side, they indulged in the Hawaiian pizza, too busy enjoying their dinner to talk. After a few moments, Catherine paused between bites. "I take it your day was as hectic as mine?" "As bad or worse," Haley said with a heavy sigh. The music students had their minds on anything but schoolwork. Even her band class had been chaotic, with everyone anxious for the school day to end. The teens had been watching the clock, counting down the minutes, which was exactly what Haley had done. Catherine taught American history, and Haley could well imagine her friend's day. In the best of times, it was hard to control the classroom full of hormone-enhanced teenagers glued to their cell phones and posting on social media. With vacation looming and Christmas in the air, it had become nearly impossible for a teacher to hold their attention. It had become especially hard for Haley after the band's holiday performance earlier in the week. "We survived," Haley reminded Catherine. "Barely," Catherine added. When they finished, Haley took their dirty plates into the kitchen. Catherine followed her, opened the refrigerator, and brought out the rum and eggnog mix. What those little hellions didn't realize was that I was as anxious to get out of school as they were. Amen, sister. And if you would like to know what happens next, you can check this title out on the Libby app. Please join me here next week as I read from the beginning of The Christmas Bookshop by Jenny Colgan. Thank you and have a great week.